Good morning dear students. Again welcome back to your history class, and the chapter which we were doing in the previous class was the Vijaynagar and the Bahamani Kingdom. So in the previous class we did this topic, the Vijaynagar Kingdom, and we did about Krishna Raya Deva. He was the greatest ruler of this Vijaynagar Kingdom, and how the Vijaynagar Kingdom declined because Vijaynagar Kingdom was attacked by the 5 Bahamani kingdoms. And this administration in the Vijayanagar Kingdom, the king was the head and his words were law. He had council of ministers. The head of the council of ministers was the prime minister, and the Vijayanagar Kingdom was divided into 6 provinces, which was called Rajya or Mandalams. The provinces were further divided into Nadus. Nadus consisted of Gramas, which means village, and in each province was headed by a governor. Then the economic condition, there were a lot of development in this Vijayanagar Kingdom. It flourished, there were a lot of prosperity, and the land tax, again the land tax was according to the fertility of the land, and there were irrigation facilities which were provided for agriculture. The trade also, this kingdom had trade with foreign countries which brought a lot of profit in this kingdom. There were a lot of goods which were exported to foreign countries and goods were imported to this kingdom. So this way this kingdom made a lot of profit. Now today we are going to do about the society and religion. The society in the Vijayanagar Kingdom was conservative. The society was very conservative. It followed the caste system of the Vedic age. So they followed what? The Vedic age. The Brahmins, they were the upper class people, and they had a lot of influence on the masses. Whereas the women, they did not participate in any political and social activities. And practices like child marriage, polygamy is having more than one wife, and sati system were common. Sati, you all know what is sati. After the husband dies, the wife also have to burn herself in the same fire where her husband's body was burnt. So all this were practiced in this kingdom. The Vijayanagar Kingdom is described as the Hindu kingdom. However, its rulers were secular in their outlook. Secular means the rulers were very secular. They were not conservative. They were not like typical Hindu rulers. They did not differentiate between their subjects on the basis of religion. That means for the rulers, though the kingdom was Hindu, but they treated all the people, whether they were Muslims or Hindus, everybody was treated the same. They employed Muslims both in army and administration. So this is about the society. Then this is society and religion. Now the next we are going to do is art and architecture. Art and architecture, art and architecture. So the Vijayanagar rulers, they promoted languages in Sanskrit, Tamil, Telugu and Kannada. So these were the languages. Now in Vijayanagar Kingdom, what languages were promoted by the rulers were Sanskrit, Tamil, Telugu and Kannada. And Krishna Deva Raya, the ruler Krishna Deva Raya, his reign is considered as the golden period for the development of language and literature in the Vijayanagar Kingdom. So in the Vijayanagar Kingdom, the rule of Krishna Deva Raya is considered as the golden period for the development of language and literature. He himself, what he wrote? He himself wrote lot of literary works like Amukta Nalyada. This was the book which was written by Krishna Deva Raya himself, and this was written in which language? Telugu. And he also wrote Usha Parinayam in Sanskrit. He himself wrote lot of books in Tamil and also in Sanskrit. Then Krishna Deva Raya, he gave prominent place to 8 great poets in his court. So there were 8 poets. So how many poets were there? There were 8 poets in his court. And these 8 poets were called Ashtadigajas. Ashtadigajas. Jas. Ashtadigajas were the 8 poets in the court of Krishna Deva Raya. Now out of them, Alasani Pedana, he is considered the father of Telugu poetry, and he wrote Manu Charitra. Then Vijaynagar kings, they issued gold, silver and copper coins, and in these copper coins the name of the king were written. Then some coins also had the images of various gods, including Krishna and Venkateshwara. Okay, some coins had the images of gods. God including Krishna, these coins had Kannada and Telugu inscriptions. So these coins, the writing inside these coins were in Telugu and Kannada. The reign of Krishna Deva Raya not only marked the climax in the territorial expansion of Vijayanagar Kingdom, but also remarked for the development of art and architecture. So during Krishna Deva Raya's rule, there were not only development, there were not only expansion of the territory, but what happened, there were a lot of development, okay, in art and architecture. So see here, the Vithala Swami temple of Hampi is the fine example of Vijayanagar style of architecture. So one of the best example is the Vithala Swami temple, which is in Hampi, and this is the best example of this Vijayanagar architecture. The famous Hazara temple, which was built during the rule of Krishna Deva Raya, is the perfect specimen of Hindu temple architecture. So again, the famous Hazara temple is also one of the best example of the Hindu architecture, Hindu temple. Vithala Swami temple, this temple was dedicated to which god? Lord Vishnu. Its construction was started by, who started the construction of this temple? Krishna Deva Raya in 1513 AD, and this temple is situated where? At Hampi near Hospet in Karnataka. Its its architectural features. Now this, the Hampi temple, the Vithala Swami temple, which is in Hampi, the architectural features are as follows. The temple has 3 gopurams. Gopurams, the gate, okay, gate or tank, the entrance, okay, tower or the entrance gate. How many are there? There are 3 gopurams. The temple complex has many buildings. So this temple has many buildings. The temple has a Kalyan Mandapa. Okay, mandap means mandapa is mandap, and an Aman shrine. Aman shrine, again the place where the gods, goddesses are worshipped. Aman shrine is dedicated to consort of the chief deity Vithala. So this Aman shrine, okay, this shrine where the god and goddesses are worshipped, this shrine is dedicated to consort. Consort what? The chief, the main deity Vithala. So consort, that is wife of Lord Vithala. Okay, so this place of worship is dedicated to whom? It is dedicated to the wife of Lord Vithala. The Kalyan Mandapa is an open pillared wall with a raised platform. So this mandap, it is open mandap and it has big pillars. It has a throne in the center where the chief deity and his consort are placed during the annual celebration of their marriage. So in between is the, it has a throne in the center, and in the center Lord Vithala and his wife, okay, they are worshipped. The temple has an open pavilion with 56 beautiful carved pillars. There is a ratha means rath, chariot, made of single block of granite kept in the courtyard. Okay, so there is a rath also which is made from a single block of rock. You can see the picture here. Okay, then the next is the Hazara temple. The Hazara or the Hazara Rama temple is the highly decorative temple. So this Hazara temple is the highly decorative temple in this kingdom. The number of members of the royal family used to worship here. So only the royal families used to come and worship in this temple. This temple is surrounded with 7.5 meters high wall. So it has 7.5 meters high wall. It is surrounded by this wall. It has a mandapa with 4 main pillars richly carved with scenes from the Ramayana. So it has pillars. So this mandap has 4 pillars, and in these 4 pillars, what is carved? It is carved with the scenes from Ramayana. The ruins of Hampi, located near Bengaluru in Karnataka, stands as proof of the architectural excellence of the Vijaynagar Kingdom. So this Hampi, here only the ruins is left. Okay, this temple is no longer there, only the ruins of this temple is there, and it shows how good the architecture was during the Vijayanagar Kingdom. This Hampi, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, it was part of the capital of the kingdom. The architectural wonders of Hampi include the Vithala Swami Temple, Lotus Mahal, the Hazara Temple, and the stone chariot. So this all comes under this Hampi. Okay, so in Hampi you will find Vithala Swami Temple, you will also find the Lotus Mahal, you will also find the Hazara Temple and the stone chariot. Okay, now the next we will do is, we finished with the Vijayanagar, now is the Bahamani Kingdom. So Bahamani Kingdom, in 1347 AD, some nobles in the Deccan revolted against Muhammad bin Tughlaq and captured Daulatabad, and subsequently one of these nobles, Hassan Gangu, was chosen as the king. So again in 1347, some of the nobles in Deccan towards the south of India revolted against Muhammad bin Tughlaq and captured Daulatabad, and one of these nobles was Hassan Gangu, and he became the king. And Hassan Gangu, he got the title of Alauddin Bahman Shah, and he founded the Bahamani dynasty. Okay, Hassan Gangu defeated Alauddin. Yeah, he now became he was one of the nobles, and later he became the king, and he got the title of Alauddin Bahman Shah, and he was the one who founded the Bahamani Kingdom. The kingdom of Bahman Shah came to be known as the Bahamani Kingdom, and his kingdom was known as Bahamani Kingdom. The Bahamani Kingdom, which lasted for 180 years, emerged as the powerful Muslim kingdom of the Deccan. So Vijayanagar Kingdom was totally a Hindu kingdom, and Bahamani Kingdom, it was a Muslim kingdom in the Deccan. At its peak, it comprised the entire northern Deccan. Gulbarga, renamed as Ahsanabad, served as the Bahamani capital. So what was the capital of Bahamani? So first it was Gulbarga, and later it was renamed Ahsanabad. Later on, Bijapur was made the capital of Bahamani Kingdom. So later Bijapur became the capital of Bahamani. The notable Bahamani rulers were, some of the rulers of Bahamani Kingdom were Bahman Shah, Muhammad Shah I, Muhammad Shah II, Firoz Shah, Ahmad Shah II, and Muhammad III. Okay, so these were some of the rulers of the Bahamani Kingdom. And from 1490 AD onwards, this Bahamani Kingdom, it started breaking. Now what happened to this Bahamani Kingdom? So this kingdom started to break from 1490 AD. And why? Because the rulers were incompetent. They were not efficient. They were not capable. By 1528 AD, it had split into 5 kingdoms. So this Bahamani Kingdom, it split into 5 kingdoms. And what were these kingdoms? Bijapur, Golconda, Ahmednagar, Bidar, and Berar. So these were the 5 kingdoms. Again, I'll repeat, the 5 kingdoms were Bijapur, Golconda, Ahmednagar, Bidar, and Berar. And these kingdoms were also called the Deccan Sultanates. Okay, these kingdoms were called the Deccan Sultanates. Now, war with Vijayanagar kingdom. The Bahamani rulers fought a continuous war with the Hindu kingdom of Vijayanagar for the possession of the Raichur Doab, which was a fertile region between Tungabhadra and Krishna river. Now, this Raichur Doab means land between two rivers. So, this Doab was between, this land was between river Krishna and Tungabhadra. Now, both the kingdom, the Hindu kingdom of Vijayanagar and the Muslim kingdom of Bahamani, they wanted to capture this Raichur Doab, and there were many wars which were fought between these two kingdoms, Bahamani and Vijayanagar kingdom, for control of Raichur Doab. This war continued even after the splitting of the Bahamani kingdom into the Deccan Sultanate. And finally, in 1565, what happened finally in 1565 AD? The Deccan Sultanates joined hand and inflicted a crushing defeat on the Vijayanagar kingdom in the battle of Talai Kota. Now, these five kingdoms, they merged, they got united and they fought against the Vijayanagar kingdom, and they defeated the Vijayanagar kingdom in the battle of Talai Kota. Okay, so I am going to stop here. So, this is what we did today. So, today we did about the society and religion, the art and architecture in the Vijayanagar. We did about this architecture, about the different temples, Vithala Swami temple, we did about the Hazarika temple, okay, at Hampi, and we also started with the Bahamani kingdom, okay, and the war with the Bahamani kingdom's war with the Vijayanagar kingdom. Okay, thank you.